presse sur son corps alangui. Elle a ouvert les ports du souvenir. Oh, son passé ressurgit sans mentir. Elle a ouvert les ports du souvenir.
Hello viewers, and thank you so much for joining us today on SaharaTV. So for Black History Month, one of the things Les Nubians, the neo-soul French sisters, are doing is to play at the Brooklyn Bowl. Yes, so today is the first day that they're actually opening, and I am catching up with them. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, I'm Hélène from Les Nubians.
Hi, I'm Célia.
Yeah, so please ladies, what's happening here tonight?
So we have an amazing residency here at Brooklyn Bowl every first Monday of the month, starting in February, March, April, and May. So each night we'll have a different theme, and tonight we're celebrating Amour, which is Black history and love. That's what we're going to celebrate tonight. So we have our friend Julie Dexter rehearsing right now. She'll be opening the show for us. There'll be DJs, I'll be DJing. We have DJ Herbert Holler with us too. And each night is gonna be different. Tonight is about Amour. Next night is gonna be about Mardi Gras and Masquerade and Burning Man, which is a festival happening in Nevada. In April it will be about soul music, and May will be about Africa. So every night we'll have a different theme.
How long have you guys been, you know, in the entertainment industry?
We're celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. So it's been 20 years that our group exists. We're very, very happy.
So what has been your fondest memory? Let me ask you.
Many memories. I would say the first album, the fact that the first album could reach so many people throughout the world, that is a beautiful memory. Soul Train Award, being Grammy-nominated, having the pleasure to bless stages everywhere in Brazil, in Africa. It's been a beautiful travel into the diaspora throughout.
No, I said, what has been your fondest memory?
Wow, there's so many. But I have to say that when we started and we were introduced to the African American music family by Don Cornelius at Soul Train, that was a very, very special moment that I shall never forget. Yeah.
Okay, so I see that you also work with, I think, Talib Kweli and stuff like that. How does it feel to work with, you know, non-African artists?
Well, it's something that we were wishing from the beginning. When we called ourselves Les Nubians, we really wanted to talk about the Black diaspora. So talking about the Black diaspora is talking about Africans, Afropeans, African Americans, Afro-Caribbeans. So we tried our best to work with everyone and find like collaboration, musical collaboration or visual artistic collaboration within the diaspora. So working with Talib Kweli was a pleasure. Something that we rarely did though is to record in America. That was something that we kept doing in France, because we felt like we wanted to really be specific with our sound. And the team we were working with were providing us with that, craziness in the sound. And we wanted to keep that fresh and to keep it, singular. And it's only the last album, New Revolution, that we decided to record few tracks here in America. But again, like, it's a mix of amazing competencies and African musician in France recorded also on the same track. Musicians from America played on. So again, mixing, you know, it's very important.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Oh, black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Singing for all the victims of police brutality. On Black History Month, we need to remember all the ones who fell down, all the ones who passed. Black lives matter.
What has been your reception, not only, you know, from the African point of view, but from the, you know, diaspora point of view?
I think we've been pretty lucky and blessed throughout, you know, to have always an amazing welcoming everywhere we go. For example, if I think about Brazil, for example, the first time we played in Sao Paulo, we were wondering, we went to the venue and the venue was kind of big and we were wondering, who is going to come to the show? And we had 2 shows and it was 2 shows sold out of 2,000 people, 2 nights, so 4,000 people who attended in Brazil. And so we got to meet our people over there, our people of the diaspora in Brazil. I think we've been really blessed throughout to really meet amazing people.
Wow. So what are you currently working on?
Right now we are recording a new EP, 6 tracks, to celebrate the 20 years.
Okay.
So we're wishing to release it for springtime. We'll be touring in Africa, late May. We'll be in South Africa and Swaziland. And we have that series of shows each Monday here at Brooklyn Bowl, each first Monday of the month. That we're also, you know, definitely producing. And we are very interested in a festival called Burning Man. Burning Man is a festival happening in Nevada every year since now 25 years.
Okay.
And we are actually working to bring to Burning Man an African camp, African-inspired camp. The idea is to survive in the desert for a full week. And you have to provide everything. You have to bring your own shelter, you have to bring your own water, you have to bring your own power. Wow. It's a whole survival, you know, experience, but amazing and transformational. And the idea is to bring more black people there, because there's not enough black people going there.
Really?
I don't know if it's a matter of the heat. I don't know if, like, we black people, we just don't want to be stuck in the high, you know, temperature. But beside this...
Africa is hot.
I know, right? So what I felt was like, I was naturally fitting the environment. And that was actually one of my observations. How come we have so much, you know, that we know about that type of weather and experience, and how come we've so very few here? So the idea is to come and bring all the savoir-faire that we got, all the amazing knowledge that we have from all those different countries in Africa who do live in a desert area. How, you know, how do we cope? How do we cope with that in Africa? What are we using? How are we drinking? How are we, you know, cooking? And the idea is to bring that back.
So I want to come back to tonight. What's happening here tonight? I know it's a celebration of also Black History Month. Why is this significant? Let me ask her first. I know you've been talking a lot. Let me get her.
I mean, Black history is our history, so it is very important, especially as so many people don't know about Black history. So it is always important to celebrate, remind people about Black history and talking about us, celebrating our past, that help us project ourselves in the future. So.
Okay, and do you have anything to add to that?
Absolutely not. I think she said it all. Yeah, that's why we're sisters. Like, you know.
Okay, so if you had to choose, who is your most, what do you call it? Who is the person that you looked, a Black history figure that you look up to the most?
Wow. 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 Malcolm X and Martin Luther King are definitely strong figures, very strong figures.
Okay.
But I would tell you that Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela were strong figures too. Fela is definitely my #1 reference.
Wow.
Fela. So is Fela part of the Black History Month? I guess so. We're talking about Black people, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, so Fela is definitely my #1 if I had to choose one.
Okay, what about you?
I'll say Miriam Makeba, of course, because she did the link, and she was the advocate of South Africa, and she used the arts, and she used all that she could to gather people around stopping apartheid in South Africa, to gather people around the African cause, around knowing more about African history. She came here and with Stokely Carmichael, etc., and started bringing artists in Africa. She couldn't bring them directly to South Africa. She said, okay, I'll bring them to Ghana. And so that's how Stevie Wonder discovered Ghana and Africa, and so many other American artists. So I'll pick an artist as my strong person. But I do also love Malik Al-Shabazz, which is Malcolm X. I love the fact that, because it's very hard when you're a public figure with strong positions and strong opinions, to come in front of the people with humility and say, okay, I was wrong in some of the things, in some of the perceptions that I had of life, and this is what I believe now. I think that to be a human being that is still evolving, that has ideas that are still evolving, and to be able to stand for even your new ideas, it's very strong. A lot of people in our world have a hard time reconsidering their positions.
Gotcha. So how would you describe your kind of music? Music. I would say soul music, because the goal is definitely to talk to the soul, touch the soul, inspire, move people. So soul, I'd say. So I know you've told me, you're working on the EP. What message are you trying to, portray this time around?
I think that the message that I'm trying to convey right now is about transformation. I think we are in a time of emergency, and people need to change. And it's not a matter of changing the world, it's changing ourselves. Like, I really feel like there's an emergency in that, and only if we change, then the world will change. But there's precisely right now, I think, an acceleration of events that is pushing us to reconsider, as Celia was saying. And I invite everyone to really be courageous, to be honest, to find integrity enough so people can change and transform what needs to be transformed.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
I totally agree with what she said.
Okay.
No, and she said courage, and I think that is a very important word. Courage, to have the courage to stand for your beliefs. Because right now we are in a time where there's a lot of extreme poles that are trying to force, to force their terror, to force their plans to others, where that's not necessarily what people want. So people need to gather. For people who want something else, who wants more peace, who wants a more sharing world, we need to gather so our voices can be heard.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to add to that, the key, of course, to change, for change and transformation and courage and hope and faith, is spirituality. So you're asking for the message will be spiritual once again.
Amen. Thank you so much. There you have it, viewers. Les Nubians.